jacket over there.
Get the out of here. Yeah, I know you like.
Gonna get your hands off.
Really?
Me,
Really?
I'm your mama. You don't talk to me like that. I don't give a so what? You gonna be out in public like
I don't. You know what? I never liked you ass.
I literally. From the outrageously rude to the downright disrespectful, these are the worst possible customers to have graced the show ever. Let's start off with this customer who ended up like this.
Okay, so check it out. This customer rolls in wanting a refund for a stereo he got from the store.
Oh, cool, man. That's not cool, man. We want our money. They sold my sister some broken merchandise.
He's not feeling pawn shops and thinks they can't get a cash refund. Les, the guy at the store, explains the deal. Woman and her friend enter with hopes of selling a set of earrings. However, things take a confrontational turn when Les, in his characteristic playful manner, tries to strike up a conversation about their intentions for the money. The woman, visibly annoyed, lashes out at Les for prying into her business, setting the tone for a tense interaction.
I'm here to pawn these earrings.
Okay.
Trying to get $350 for them.
Why do you need the money?
It's none of your business why I need the money.
Despite Les attempting to maintain a friendly environment, the situation escalates further. The woman vehemently rejects any inquiries about her personal life, responding with hostility.
Why I'm coming in here to handle my business. That's not your business why I'm coming in here to do what I got to do.
Les, seemingly undeterred, continues with his good-natured questioning, asking about the number of kids that she has, which only adds fuel to the fire. Then to piss her off even more.
How many kids you got?
I'm coming in here with my jewelry to get money.
How many kids you got?
She just told you.
To intensify matters, Les claims to analyze the earrings, asserting that they aren't real diamonds.
These aren't real?
These are real.
They are real earrings. They're just not real diamonds.
They are.
No, they're
Yes,
not.
The revelation further infuriates the woman, leading to increased yelling and frustration. Sensing a potential physical confrontation, Byron, another employee, positions himself closer to Les to provide support if needed.
Say leather coat you got on. It's 1,000 degrees. Who the wears leather? Where's leather?
As the women realize they won't achieve their desired outcome, they decide to leave, expressing their displeasure with the establishment as they do. Get her hair fixed. Classic people.
Supposed to be jewelry and long. Bull ass shot. Raggedy mother.
Have a nice day.
You bitch.
Thank you.
You damn.
We got this livid customer going on a rant at the pawn shop, claiming he's been waiting for 2 hours.
Been here for 2 hours, man. Then they got 11 windows. You got two working. How you doing? I'm finally here, you know what I mean? I've been in the line for like 2 hours.
He managed to get his HD in, but Ashley, the cool and collected employee, is keeping it professional.
You'd get out of here a lot quicker if you just
Hold on,
signed
what is
it.
this? What is this?
What is what?
This ain't what he told me he was gonna give me.
What did he tell you he was gonna give you?
The guy's expecting $400, but Ashley's like, nope, you're getting 110. Our furious friend throws a threat like he's gonna crack heads.
You're not getting 400, you're getting 110.
Okay, well, you can't give me my 400.
Sign that, and
I'm
then I'll
not
give you your
saying
money.
You know what?
Sir.
See, you the type of motherfucker I've been caught outside and cracked you upside your head.
Not cool, right? The folks at American Jewelry and Loan aren't vibing with that. Ashley's had enough, lays down the law, and says, respect or no money for you.
Listen here, I'm a
Go
pimp.
out front and get
I'm a real
your back.
pimp.
Go
I'm
out
a real
front
pimp. I'll
and
put you
get
on.
your back.
I will put you on.
Go
Hold on.
out
You don't gotta
front
walk
and
up
get
on
your
me.
But this dude, he's got some wild stories, talking about women on the street doing things for him.
Get your
Want to talk to me? You gonna talk to me with some respect? I got more women on the street out here hustling, doing things for me every night, every.
Well, security's on point, keeping him at bay while he's still talking big. Y'all can't kick me out of here. Oh boy, someone's day at the pawn shop just hit a speed bump.
Off this motherfucker, man. You feel what I'm saying? I know you just doing your job, big dog, but I drive with BMW.
In another scenario, a woman, believing her husband pawned her $5,000 wedding ring due to financial struggles, approaches Ashley seeking its return.
I was doing my husband's laundry this morning, and I pulled his wallet out. There's a pawn slip from you guys. I put it back in his wallet.
However, lacking a pawn ticket or any proof of ownership, the situation becomes complicated. Ashley, empathizing with the woman's plight, requests a police report or any documentation to validate her claim. The woman refuses, adamant about not involving the police, and tensions flare.
I get why he did it. I just want to come in, pay for it, and get my ring back.
Did you make a police report?
No, I didn't make a police report. The hell am I gonna make a police report for? I'm not gonna call the cops on my husband. I'm coming to you to get my ring back.
Facing an impasse, Ashley is compelled to ask the woman to leave. The exchange becomes heated and Ashley insists on her departure, prompting the customer to leave the store.
Your butt out here and you assist me out. Please, bring it. That's all I want is my ring. That's it. It isn't
Take
that hard.
your pretty little feet, walk your pretty little legs out of here.
You are nuts. Just go back
I'm
there
nuts.
and give me my. How hard is it? You can't just go back there and type in a name.
Do you shut up for a second?
I ain't never shut
Get
up.
the hell out of here! No! It's time to go!
Up yours.
We've got this customer dealing with some money woes and trying to hustle up a quick $100 by pawning his stuff. Issues that needed solving post-haste.
I'm trying to get all my stuff out.
So, what are you looking to do with that?
I'm looking to get $100 for it to help me out.
But here's where the plot thickens. The guy's asking for a Benjamin, but all Seth and Les can dish out is a humble $10.
What the hell is that going to do for you?
$100 will help me move my out. It'll feed
where?
my dogs if I have to, wherever I find.
Our seller buddy thinks that $10 isn't going to cut it for his grand plans, like moving out and feeding his dogs. You know, fair enough, but that's the best they can offer. He tries to haggle for $50, but Les shuts it down, giving him a reality check. That's all Seth and Les can offer.
What the do you mean it's gonna be a good start? The $10 isn't gonna be. Why couldn't you do 50 for this?
Now, here's where things take a wild turn. Instead of just taking the tenner, our friend gets all sassy. Les, not one to take disrespect, drops the cash on the counter, and you won't believe what happens next.
Disrespecting me, trying to hand my back to me. I'm not having that. No. Are you kidding me right now?
The guy refuses to pick up the cash, calling it disrespectful.
If you were to do this, that's disrespecting you.
What the is your problem?
Les, not having any of that nonsense, lays down the law. Pick up your money or hit the road. But our stubborn friend goes all,
Pick it up. You want to treat me like a bitch? You're gonna be the bitch. Pick my up. Pick my doll up. Are you
She slap. Our big boy seeks an appraisal for a ring, and guess who he stumbles upon? None other than Ashley, the queen of quotes in this pawn. Hold on. The gentleman, minding his business, faces an unexpected twist as his lady swoops in, ready to reclaim her ring most dramatically.
What are you doing?
He wanted an appraisal on this ring.
On my ring? Why'd you take my ring?
Well, I wanted to see how much it was worth.
Bull. You're a liar. Why'd you take my ring?
Ouch! Painful lesson learned, folks. Our big boy now knows the golden rule. Never pawn your wife's ring without her permission. Priceless wisdom, I must say.
Sorry.
What?
All of a sudden, boom, punches him, and I am dumbfounded.
You're a idiot. Let's go. Right now.
That's my TV. A boyfriend pawned his girlfriend's TV, and now she was on a mission to reclaim it. Looks like he learned the hard way that pawning isn't relationship therapy.
My boyfriend pawned my TV, and I need it back. I don't got no slip or nothing, but I need my TV. He took my TV. I woke up this morning, and it was gone, and I need it back.
He didn't give you the ticket?
No, you can look it up.
Bye.
Get your big ass off of me. I do what I want to do.
Bye.
Get your big ass off me.
Have a good day.
Goofball. Our tale kicks off with a grinning goofball strutting into a watch shop, exuding joy like he just hit the jackpot. His guest snagged the ultimate timepiece. The shop's proprietor, eyes sparkling with mischief, unveils a watch that could outshine Big Ben. Our hero, wide-eyed like a kid in a candy store, marvels, wow, treating it like a time-traveling marvel. But oh snap, it's tagged at a hefty $75. Cold, hard cash, not Monopoly money. Undeterred, our bold hero eyeballs another watch, a jaw-dropping $599. His face? Priceless shock. Unfazed, he blurts, "Yes, I want it!" Then comes the knee slapper. He pulls out a crumbled $2 bill. The shopkeeper holds back laughter, educates him. "That's $2,000, sir."
It's a $2 bill.
Okay, and it's worth $2,000.
You can practically see the gears in the guy's noggin spinning, desperately seeking a way out. "Anyone up for a cash exchange?" he suggests, madness twinkling in his eyes. The shopkeeper, smelling trouble, hesitates, perhaps a financial genius or a victim of too many cartoons. In a wild finale, our hero with a mischievous grin hurls absurd insults like, "You're chunky with a giraffe-like neck." The bewildered shopkeeper calls in the guard. Enter the guard, booting out the funny guy, leaving the shop in stitches.
Hey, have a good day. Big Mouth is hungry.
Unexpected drama. Strap in for a wild pawn shop ride. A lady steals the spotlight, but surprise, Mr. Sneaky tiptoes in for a bear hug, sparking unexpected drama. Gasps echo as the leading lady jumps, but it's just a playful fella.
Great day in American jewelry.
Laughter erupts. Who knew a pawn shop could be a comedy club? In this 6-second snippet, the pawn shop transforms into a stage for unexpected antics, surprising and delighting in this unlikely comedy setting.
Great day in American jewelry. What can I say?
In the chaotic shop hustle, a dude flaunts a watch that could fund a small country. The shopkeeper, hungry for a bargain, attempts a haggling dance. But Mr. Watch Wizard wants stacks on stacks.
I came over to sell a beautiful watch. Okay? Tell me a little about it.
Cue the dramatic moment as the shopkeeper grabs him, yelling, "Hold up, time traveler!" Suspense builds as they investigate. Is it legit or a fancy imposter? Get ready for the ticking truth.
So can you come back in about an hour?
No problem.
Perfect. I'll see you in about an hour.
Thank you.
Picture our man playing Sherlock, sneakily starting the girl checking the watch. Instead of screams, laughter erupts. A mischievous symphony until the fun police arrive. An authoritative figure sternly commands, "Stop right there!" Giggles turn into awkward coughs. Lesson learned. Messing with the timepiece police is no joke. They keep the watch world in check.
Somebody had it open. You can see how screwed up they made those screws. Someone did have it open? You can see.
Today we have criminals arrested on hardcore pawn. So get your popcorn, cause stuff is about to get pretty intense.
Okay. Oh my God. Get your hands off.
Blurry-faced guy.
We'll buy this and pawn this and that and give you $350 total.
Get set for a crazy moment in this pawn shop. The shopkeeper and a customer are going at it in a big argument, trying to make a deal or who knows what. But wait for it. Out of the blue, two dudes in fancy clothes with blurry faces bust in like old school detectives. The shopkeeper's scratching his head, clueless, but here's the kicker. Those blurry-faced guys are undercover detectives on a secret mission. It's like a scene straight out of a comedy movie.
The detectives have arrived. I need to tell them what's been happening and show them the evidence.
Hold on to your laughter because this is pure comedy chaos. The second those detectives waltz in, the shopkeeper's freaking out like he's been caught selling magical beans or who knows what. These detectives are all business, channeling serious Sherlock vibes after an espresso overdose. They're tearing through the shop like treasure hunters on a caffeine high, checking random stuff and maybe on the hunt for hidden treasures. Meanwhile, the poor shopkeeper's sweating bullets, desperately trying to keep his cool. It's like a real-life comedy suspense show unfolding before your eyes. Get ready for the wild ride of the century. These detectives, giving their best modern-day Sherlock and Watson vibes, decide to ramp up the drama with technology. It resembles they're on an investigator show marathon watch as they jump into the security camera film. As they replay quick forward and focus on each problematic little hiding spot in the shop, envision some strong, thrilling music playing behind the scenes. An investigator story with an innovative turn will keep you as eager and anxious as ever.
Do you think he was working with someone else?
If he was, it could be anyone.
Well, buckle up for the big reveal. The digital detectives uncover the mastermind. And guess who? It's our buddy Joe. Yep, good old Joe is the culprit behind all the missing stuff. These detectives don't waste a second. They slap handcuffs on Joe quicker than you can say guilty as charged. And just like that, the pawn shop transforms from a place of heated arguments to a full-blown crime scene. The shopkeeper, still in shock, watches as Joe gets escorted away by the police, handcuffs and all. The whole situation is so bonkers it can make anyone burst into laughter. It's like a comedy show with mix-ups, detectives with blurry faces, and a surprise twist. You'd be left thinking, did that seriously just happen? It's pure comedy gold, my friend. Comedy gold. A massive fraud. This one will truly astound you, so hold on to your chairs. The largest swindle to ever occur on the show. so far as people are aware, left everyone perplexed and alarmed. Basically, the boys said that someone from the shop had conned them.
She pawned 2 of our laptops, and she told us she was gonna give us the money and the laptop.
To make a long story short, a woman pawned 2 of their laptops and then informed them that she knew someone who worked at the pawn shop and would give them the money and the laptops.
You pawned something.
Yeah, she has the ticket.
When did you pawn it?
Today.
The males are left with nothing because she has their laptops, the money, and even the ticket to their belongings.
Meet you at the back door, so you'd end up with the laptops and the money?
Yes.
It astonished Ashley and Seth as much as it shocked Les.
This girl told you one of my guys would meet you at the back door, so you'd end up with the laptop?
Les or anybody else was unable to stop it now. Les then thought of a strategy, though.
If you can find out which one of my employees, you give me the guy's name, I'll give you the computers.
At that point, the youngster had a glimmer of optimism and left, believing that perhaps they could apprehend the employee.
Well, let me tell you something. We've been scammed before, and I will not be scammed again.
Les then requested that Ashley look up the buyer of each laptop they had that day on their background. Les realized something had clicked when she spent the entire day going through them and finding nothing. You're able to witness it.
You'll get the money and the laptops. You go, hell yes, let's do it.
Thus, these children were not the victims themselves. Instead, they had been attempting to con them all along.
Well, here's the way it works. Nobody gets out of pawn without paying for it, and nothing goes out the back door.
This time, they weren't duped either, although the kids did cause Ashley and the others a lot of worry during the day. The bag. Imagine this super funny video with a lady who's basically playing the I'm lost in a bag shop game at a crowded mall. So there's this awesome comedian pretending to be her, right? She strolls in like she just landed from Mars, completely clueless.
Yeah, okay, I went to get my purse back to make my payment.
Then, out of the blue, she locks eyes with a black bag, and boom! She's convinced it's her long-lost twin, with a mix of determination and total confusion.
That's my purse right there. That one right there, the black one. So I want to know why it's out there.
She marches over to the lady in charge, ready to solve the mystery of the twin bags. It's like a comedy treasure hunt in a bag store, and you're in for a hilarious ride. Get ready to laugh your socks off.
Here's the money. I want the purse.
That bag was never in pawn.
Now get this, the shopkeeper, a comedic genius with timing that's spot on, coolly spills the beans. She says, hey, this bag's not yours. But oh no, our lady on a mission won't back down.
That's not your purse.
How do you know it's not my purse?
Because that purse has been out there.
Let me see it.
With this epic confidence, she declares, no way, this bag and I go way back. They're like childhood buddies. And here's the best part.
You want to buy it?
I just want to look at it and make sure it's not mine.
She throws down the ultimate challenge. Bet you this bag, if it's not mine, I'll hand it over. But trust me, it's practically family. It's like a comedy duel in a bag shop, and you won't believe how hilarious it gets.
Oh my God. Get your hands on me.
Meet Cam, the scene stealer of the century. Picture this, chaos in the bag shop, and here comes Cam, our superhero security guard. He's like, hold my coffee, and smoothly escorts the determined bag enthusiast off the counter.
Nice day. Let's go. Walk yourself out, yo.
You.
Walk yourself.
But wait, she's clinging to her bag like it's a ticket to a comedy show. The laughs hit the roof as Cam keeps his poker face while chaos reigns. This video's a comedy roller coaster. And Cam, the unsung hero, it's a laugh-out-loud male adventure that you don't want to miss.
Just hit with that pole, right? Go.
Bitch!
Go where you got to go.
I'm gonna kick your ass. You wait.
Sign of free cash.
I was trying to find out because your sign is saying that I can get 30 days.
In the pawn shop sitcom, the worker dazzles the customer with the prospect of a 30-day cash fiesta. The seller, with a classic "How can I help you" line, unwittingly opens the door to financial freedom hilarity. It's a tale of interest-free loans, dollar storage fees, and a comedy of errors that promises 30 days of pawn shop shenanigans.
But that's not what the your sign is saying.
It's misreading it.
No, you're misreading it.
The customer attempts a 30-day free cash caper, armed with a misinterpreted sign. The seller, caught in the crossfire, insists it's an interest-free loan bonanza, not a free cash party. Cue the comedic chaos as the customer points fingers, and the pawn shop sign becomes the unintentional star of a sitcom episode gone haywire.
I need my cash. It says it right here. Free cash.
The customer demands free cash like a rock star on tour. The seller, armed with the reality of interest-free loans, faces a barrage of demands. The customer, teetering on the edge of pawn pandemonium, enlists a surprise ally, a sassy woman who jumps in the scene like a comedy superhero. Cue the applause for this unexpected twist in the cash crusade. In the side-splitting aftermath, the pawn shop saga spills into the parking lot, where the customer and seller engage in a hilariously awkward brawl. Amidst a flurry of ass cracks and elbows, the spectacle unfolds, leaving the bystanders in stitches. The door slams and the customer vows a dramatic return with an unforgettable "I'll be back" exit line. Comedy gold in the pawn shop arena. Antique computers.
Got some equipment here.
Yeah.
We need some money. We're going to out west.
In the pawn shop time machine, two hunters strut in with ancient computer relics. The seller, bewildered by their outdated tech, questions if they're stuck in the 80s. The hunters, claiming they've wiped out all of Michigan's deer, aim for a whopping $900.
So how much are you looking for?
About $900.
The price tag triggers more shock than a retro computer's boot-up sound.
What I can offer you is zero.
Zero.
Comedy sequel, the hunters scoff at the initial offer of $0 for their ancient artifacts. The hunters, expecting treasure, get a lesson in antique appraisal, leaving the shop echoing with laughter and $0 dreams.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
You too.
In the aftermath of the failed computer barter, the hunters dropped to an $800 offer, met with a swift and resounding zero from the pawn shop. ZZ Top, mistaken for Detroit's antique appraisers, exits empty-handed. The seller consoles himself with a printer sacrifice to the dumpster gods.
I thought it was you, man.
Oh, that's good.
Ending the scene with a comedic crash and a touch of musical confusion. Golden State Warrior ring.
I just got engaged, and I heard you had a 75 Golden State Warriors ring, and I was thinking that would be perfect for my fiance.
This man came into the shop to buy something, which is odd because most people come into the shop to sell something. This man, on the other hand, was interested in Rick's 1975 Golden State Warriors ring, but Rick was unable to but laugh at this.
Rocco, will you grab me that ring?
Sure.
That is a brave man that would give his fiance a championship ring.
Even though Rick keeps on laughing, asking why the man is giving a ring like this to his fiance, we understand that the buyer isn't pleased with Rick's antics.
So what I did was I brought pictures of another 75 Golden State Warriors ring.
The buyer produced photos of another Golden State Warriors ring and attempted to match them, which they did. Then he asked if it was a genuine diamond and if Rick had checked it. Rick told him that the stone was genuine.
Perfect. Have you tested the diamond?
Oh, yeah, it's a real diamond.
It's a real diamond, okay.
The buyer then proceeded to use his own tester to determine whether or not the diamond was genuine, as he was a collector and dealer of sports memorabilia himself. But as he went to test the diamond, it didn't pass.
It's not testing.
That's because you have a really cheap tester.
So Rick stepped in with his own tester, which of course revealed that the diamond was genuine. Even though Rick was irritated by the whole thing, he chose to be courteous to the man.
First fine on mine.
Okay. I will trust that.
The buyer requested for the amount after the ring had been tested, which Rick believed to be $11,500. The purchaser, on the opposite hand, had a budget of $5,000.
Any
11 grand, that's what I could do.
That's your bottom line?
Yeah,
okay.
Best price.
Because Rick refused to go any lower than $11,000, the buyer was forced to leave the business unhappy and empty-handed.
I didn't think he was going to go 5,500, but I thought, he'd work with me a little bit, but he seemed like he wanted to punch me in the face.
Wells Fargo safe deposit box.
What do we have here?
Well, we got a Wells Fargo strong box.
This man arrived with a Wells Fargo safe, an antique ball and chain, and a couple ancient handcuffs. The seller was asking roughly $2,000 for everything in the package.
All right, well, tell me about these things.
This ball and chain right here actually comes from the human prison. It's the oldest prison in the state of Arizona.
Folsom Prison was Arizona's oldest prison, and the handcuffs belonged to it since the late 1800s.
Here's my concerns. When they forged chains back in the 1800s, it was just hot welding together.
At that time, it was all performed by the blacksmith, but the chains that the man brought in were all electronically forged. Not only that, but Rick had another major problem.
Never in the history of any prison did they ever have their name put on the balls.
What Rick was saying was that everything the man brought in was false, but the seller was not ready to believe Rick.
It's fake.
What makes you an expert on this stuff?
I've been buying and selling this stuff my entire life.
Even if the contents of the package were phony, there was a chance that the box itself was not. So Rick made a deal for the box and left the rest.
Box, I'll give you $400 for it.
I want $1,200 for it.
No, you don't.
And the transaction was completed for $400.50. The seller left, and Rick subsequently decided to consult with an expert about what he had purchased.
Okay. 19th century strongbox, Wells Fargo.
Following a thorough examination of the box, the expert asked Rick the following question.
First things first. Have you already bought this?
The box was just as false as the other items Rick did not purchase, and the expert agreed.
It's a complete fake. Damn it, Rick.
Mystery guy.
Right there. Here they come again.
Hang on to your hats, folks, because we're diving into one wild tale. Picture this, a mysterious dude looking like a secret agent casually strolls into a pawn shop acting like he owns the place. The shopkeeper, eyes wide open, can't help but stare at this walking enigma. I mean, who wouldn't? He's like a riddle on two legs. Now brace yourselves for the craziness escalates. Our mystery guy isn't flying solo. He's got not one, but two ladies in tow, a trio causing a ruckus. They swagger up to the counter, and out of nowhere, the guy dramatically declares that the ticket he's waving is faker than a rubber chicken. Everyone in the shop, imaginary files included, gasps in surprise.
Her on the ring, or get the ring back. She's got a receipt.
Let me explain to you. This is a counterfeit ticket.
Hold on to your giggles. The shopkeeper, smelling something fishy, turns into a detective. With a sneaky grin, he tells the trio to chill and confidently says, "I'll prove it's a fake." The suspense builds as he brings out the real ticket, examining both like he's some ticket art connoisseur.
This is the amount of numbers that are here.
Okay.
Number 2 is state law mandates.
Hold on to your funny bone. The shopkeeper spots the differences quicker than yelling "fake alert" with a big old grin. He declares, "Nice try, folks, but your ticket is faker than Monopoly money." Cue the imaginary mic drop in the background. But whoa, Nelly, the trio isn't throwing in the towel just yet. They get into an energetic discussion, pointing fingers, thrashing arms, and hollering as though they're contending in a yelling challenge. It resembles something out of a sitcom, and you can't resist the urge to chuckle at the idiocy. In the grand finale, our mysterious guy and his partners in crime admit defeat. Looking a tad embarrassed and probably feeling a smidge silly, they storm out of the pawn shop. The shopkeeper, now a hero in counterfeit ticket detection, is left with a bunch of baffled onlookers. And there you have it, a hilarious adventure that's weirder than fiction and funnier than a clown on a unicycle. Comedy gold, my friends, comedy gold. Gun cabinet.
Well, it's a desk, but it's not really a desk. It's actually a gun.
So what this woman brought into the pawn store was not anything that was common. It appeared to be nothing more than a plain desk, yet it was far more than that.
It's a gun desk.
Yes, when you push down on the inkwell, a bullet fires out through the trapdoor.
When you press down on the inkwell, a bullet fires out through the trap door, and this desk transforms into a pistol when the time comes.
If I sell it, that's fine. If I don't, I'm okay with that too.
Thus, the merchant visited the business not exclusively to sell the weapon work area, yet additionally to figure out more about it. She needed to realize who possessed it, the way things were utilized, how old it was, and other such data.
I was trying to figure out how to open it and had a really good look inside it and said,
While hunting for a nice little desk, she came across this one. But when she got it home and attempted to open it up, that's where she discovered it wasn't what she thought it was.
I've seen desks with hidden gun compartments, but I've never seen a desk as a gun.
Rick thought it was something out of a James Bond movie, and he was so engrossed in it that he forgot he was actually pushing his face against a gun.
Do you mind if I have a buddy look at this thing? Because I am just completely lost here.
Not at all.
Rick believed it was best to have an expert look at it after taking a closer look, so he called one.
Gun. This is the gun.
What?
The master had never seen anything like it and had no clue about what it was utilized for. Yet, in lieu of what he saw, the master reasoned that it was made somewhere in the range of 1890 and 1910, which was an issue. Even though he couldn't guarantee it, the Pawn Stars may buy it in a gray area.
bring it to a gunsmith and have him professionally deactivate the mechanism. Then it can be legal to buy and sell.
The only way to buy and sell it legally is to take it to a gunsmith and have him deactivate the mechanism. Only then can it be simply and legally acquired and sold.
I wish I could help you out more. It's just one of those things. Thanks for bringing it in.
Oh, you're welcome.
Orange Bowl ring.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my Penn State Orange Bowl ring from 1973.
This individual then brought in an Orange Bowl ring from Penn State in 1973. He was in the shop trying to sell it since he needed the money for upgrading his house, and he reasoned that it must be valued at least $1,500.
Where'd you get this?
You know, I went to Penn State and guy down the hall played on the team, and he needed some money, and I bought it back then.
The seller claimed that one of the team members needed some cash and that the only thing he had was that ring. Thus, the man paid him the necessary funds and purchased this ring.
You know, it was Jeff Clark. He didn't play too much, but he was an outside linebacker for the team.
This particular ring belonged to a linebacker named Jeff Park, who was a member of the squad even though he didn't play much.
What are you looking to get out of it?
I'd like to get $1,500.
Okay.
Just as he previously stated, the man wanted $1,500, but Rick needed to examine the situation more carefully before making any moves to get the ring. It was then that he discovered that the ring had a problem.
The price is reasonable, but it's illegal for me to buy or sell anything when any identifying mark has been removed on an item.
The ring was cool, but it was also reasonably priced considering that the engraving makes it completely identifiable. It was no longer lawful for Rick to purchase or sell this ring after the engravings were taken out.
I'd be more than happy to buy it off you for $1,500. Problem is, it's like buying a car without a VIN number.
The seller was a little confused as to how the removal of a few inscriptions might make the ring illegal to purchase or sell. As a result, Rick and Corey had to thoroughly explain everything to him and let him know that despite their best efforts, they're unable to handle it.
All right, dude.
Okay.
Sorry I couldn't do nothing with it.
Okay.
I know 1,001 people I could have sold this ring to and made a night.
A fake bill.
I have some political memorabilia, the Secret Service ID for J. Howard McGrath, Attorney General of the United States.
This individual entered the pawn shop with a $10 bill that had several signatures on it, a White House pass, and several Secret Service IDs. He estimated 1,000 figures for each of these items, but before beginning to negotiate, Rick needed to learn more about them.
He was the chairman of the Democratic National Committee when Truman ran for president.
Rick was prepared to strike a deal after briefly discussing J. Howard McGrath, the Attorney General of the United States, and how influential he was in Washington politics. But there was a small issue.
You got some neat stuff here, and these three things right here, I really want to get checked out.
Rick checked everything and concluded that not just the dollar that the man had brought in was counterfeit. Rick had to see the expert to find out if he could purchase the other items since he had a hunch that doing so might be illegal.
You don't want. A counterfeit bill is not legal to own.
The expert said that the White House pass and the Secret Service ID were authentic and acceptable to purchase, but the fake banknote was a different thing.
Thanks for coming in, Mark.
Not a problem.
You're the best. Appreciate it.
Alrighty.
Now that the expert had left, Rick was prepared to strike a deal. Aside from the fake bill, he asked the vendor what else he wanted.
Yeah, I'll give you $500.
Got a deal.
All right. You want to write them up?
Yeah, sure.
The vendor left the store with the cash and the unauthorized bill after the trade was completed for $500. Hopefully he gave the Secret Service the counterfeit bill. Harley Davidson.
You got any paperwork I can see on it, or?
Yeah, I got the title, but can we negotiate first or something? I mean...
Now, Corey's a seasoned pawnbroker, and his spidey senses tingled the moment the seller mentioned paperwork later. It wasn't the gleaming Harley Davidson that raised an eyebrow. It was the seller's insistence on negotiation first, documents on hold. See, Corey's dealt with his fair share of shady characters, and a bike like this beauty attracts all sorts. So with a polite but firm smile, Corey politely pushed back. Paperwork, he said, before we talk about the price. Standard procedure.
You got any paperwork I can see on it, or?
Yeah, I got the title, but can we negotiate first?
The seller's eyes flickered ever so slightly, and that was all Corey needed. Something wasn't kosher here. Now, Corey isn't just sharp, he's thorough. Those papers, discrepancies galore. Dates that didn't line up, VIN numbers singing a different tune. So Corey did what any responsible pawnbroker would do. He plugged those details into the good old computer system. What he found sent chills down his spine. Corey knew right then this wasn't just a sale. It was a potential police sting waiting to happen. Sure, the Harley was a head-turner, a chrome-plated masterpiece that could make angels weep. But for Corey, business wasn't about shiny toys. It was about integrity, about doing the right thing. And the right thing in this case meant making sure this beauty wasn't a stolen dream, someone else's heartache wrapped in leather and chrome. So, with a heavy heart and a clear conscience, Corey had to do what he had to do. Walk away from the deal, even if it meant letting that Harley roar out of his life and into the unknown. iPhone.
I just got this phone that I bought here like 2-3 days ago, and this don't work.
The bell above the pawn shop door jangled, and in walked a man clutching a sleek black phone. He announced, smooth as silk, that this beauty was a recent purchase, now sadly broken.
The camera don't work. It keeps freezing and like that.
He claims that it's just too irritating to use because the phone freezes frequently and the camera doesn't function.
Download a camera function?
No, it clearly got a camera. Why would I have to download it?
When it was questioned if he had downloaded the camera feature, he became very irate. If he's telling the truth, then why does this inspection set him off? And why was he even being questioned about getting the download? That isn't how it operates in any case.
You got your receipt?
No, I ain't got it with me. I ain't bring it.
First of all, we don't sell it.
We can decide right now whether the client is attempting to misdirect. Rich, the seasoned pawnbroker behind the counter, felt it too. That intuition honed by years of dealing with all sorts, that sixth sense for trouble, it was screaming at him. This wasn't just a customer with a broken phone. It was a game, a play in progress.
As soon as you give me that receipt, I can see what I can do for you.
I don't have my receipt. I just clearly told you that, man.
Clearly, you told me that.
So
Clearly, I have
we
to tell
need to
you
fix this,
that
or
without the receipt, there's nothing I can do for you.
Rich yells, "Are you messing with me, man? You came for a new phone, but you don't have a receipt?" However, the man persists in insisting that all he's asking for is another phone.
If he said clearly one more time, I was going to clearly have to knock his freaking head off.
We're all aware that Rich needs the receipt. You, my man, are not.
Who sold the phone to you in the first place?
Somebody. He here.
When questioned who exactly had sold him the phone in any case, he quickly pointed at any random employee.
But we haven't had one of those out for sale since I've been here in 6 months.
I mean, I just seen you in 2 weeks.
Furthermore, it appears that the youngster he pointed at didn't know why he was being called for.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on over here. You can go back to selling that computer.
All Rich knows is that it's an iPhone, but he's more irritated by something else. What's more, clearly it was working out.
Can you go show him how it works? Take a picture out in the parking lot.
Nope.
And then, like a burst dam, the story spills out. The phone wasn't his. The purchase was a shady deal in a back alley. The frustration wasn't with the camera. It was with the consequences. The cold sweat of a gamble gone wrong. With a sigh, Rich ushers in the man and his broken phone out of the shop. The heavy silence echoing their unspoken pact. The truth had been told, the game was over. That's all for our video. We hope you liked it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Share it with your family and friends. See you next time. Christina stealing money. Here's something curious happening. Les seemed to be very angry over that man. Don't know what that man was doing there and what he had done, which made Les angry. Let's see what will happen.
Go get security. Then go get Ashley and Seth, and then bring me in Christina.
You got it. The security cameras are on check. What's cooking around, guys? Oh, Christina is on account as she is caught stealing. Les is asking her about her act. See, she's just acting like she has not done anything. But she has not stolen anything. Les is looking hell furious, like he will kill her for her cheating. Ashley and Les are asking questions about her deals. Seth and other Pawn Stars present there are so curious. Les is asking how she does that. Too strange how clever she is. She sold things for a higher amount but reported less amount and stole the leftover money. Everyone there is so angry. What is going to happen now?
Set me free, Christina, and I will open up that door.
Les is curious as he is sure that Christina cannot do this kind of stuff alone. There must be some other people supporting her in his play.
Tell me something that's going to get you out of jail today. Who's doing to me today?
Les is taking it to extremes and asking again and again if there's another one with her.
Have you been working with any other employee?
No.
All alone without any knowledge of anybody else stealing from us, correct?
Oh God, he asked her to send her to jail if she did not speak the truth. Oh my God, things are getting worse. She's not telling anything. Les is definitely going to send her out of the pawn shop to sell. Mother-daughter fighting. So there's a woman coming with her daughter. She showed some pieces of bottle and her collection of stamps. According to her, it is worthy, but actually it is not. Les asked her that it is not that worthy. Oops, the mother got angry at Les. because for her, they are worth everything. What will happen now?
So what you got?
I got some really expensive stuff.
Show me.
Oh my God, the daughter charged a fire against her mother.
You better down. No, you. Girl, what the hell wrong with you?
She triggered her and insulted her for her useless collections, and oh my God, look, they're about to have a deadly fight. Oh God, the mother scratched her daughter. Les is stunned.
They don't want. Get the off my. What the is wrong with you?
The mother and daughter are having extreme fighting conditions. Everyone around is watching them. Les is stunned and did not have any idea that this would happen, or it might be very casual to them.
Get the up now.
Okay, the guard has been called. The mother is still beating her daughter well and doesn't want to argue anymore. Both are screaming at each other. The security guard is letting them out. Oh my God, how embarrassing and strange it is to see mother-daughter fighting like that. The security guard gets them out and everyone is laughing at them. Astonished Les.
I had to intervene. Okay.
Man threatening Les. So a man entered the pawn shop and headed straight towards Les. Seems like it would be a happy deal with that cool customer. Okay, the man had an anniversary today, and so both are sharing some joys together.
I need to get a watch for my wife's anniversary.
It's not your anniversary too?
Well, yeah, it is mine too.
That man wants to sell his gold chain and to buy a watch and its replacement. Well, Les will decide if it's real or not. And what will he pay for it to the man? Oops, things are turning around. The chain is not real.
Well, do you really want me to tell you what I think?
Tell me the truth.
They're not real.
The man is claiming it to be real since it is his grandmother's time. But Les is saying it might be real, but it's not because the gold does not have that shine. This might be the saddest thing to happen to that man's wife on her anniversary.
What do you mean they're not real? This is older than both of us.
It probably is.
That man is getting quite furious as he is firm in his belief that it is real.
Okay, I don't think it is, but if you say it is, well, what are you going to give me for this? I want to trade for a watch.
Holy shit, that man is forcing Les to buy that useless chain.
Let me see what you got in watches and take these.
I have a lot of watches, but I'm not taking those.
And now the things got worse as the man has taken Les's family into it.
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me. I don't think so.
Les is going to kill that man. He's not stopping from bullying Les for his family. Okay, that man is constantly dragging Les's family into it.
Listen, mother, there's two things you don't talk about.
What's that?
My wife and my family.
Now everyone around got concerned. Les is hell angry. Ashley is stunned to see the man threatening Les for his wife and family.
Little boy and that fat-ass daughter of yours?
The security guard came to get that man out, and Les is not getting relaxed. So he got out of his cabin as well to take that man to hell. Les held him from the other hand and dragged him out of the shop.
You know what, mother? Come on over here.
Get off of me, dope.
Where you got to go?
Why do you got to push?
That man yelling around, constantly bullying Les and his family. That man started mysterious marching, and definitely everyone wanted him to just get dead. And Les as well wanted him to march out of the cliff.
On what seemed like a typical day at American Jewelry and Loan, an imposing man entered, visibly agitated about a loan on his wife's ring. He complained about being upgraded from a VIP card to a gold card without reaping any additional benefits.
I got a problem. I got a loan on my wife's ring.
Yeah?
And when I first started coming here, I got a VIP card. I got more on the loan. Now you guys put me to a gold card, and I get nothing out of it.
No, the VIP is the gold. They're both one the same.
Seth attempted to address the man's concerns, clarifying that both VIP and gold cards were the same. However, the man was dissatisfied with the loan amount, expressing his frustration. Seth, trying to maintain composure, explained that the ring could be picked up when the required amount was paid.
What'd you get? So $385, and now you're upset. Why?
What are you guys gonna do about it?
I'm gonna allow you to pick up your ring when you have the right amount of money.
You're not listening to me.
I am hearing you, but you're not listening to me.
Undeterred, Seth stepped away from the situation, challenging the man who seemed intent on escalating the situation.
Oh, you're an idiot.
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm not gonna do anything.
The man, seemingly eager for a confrontation, attempted to provoke Byron. The man continued to taunt, asking if Byron wanted some trouble and insinuating a potential altercation at his house. Byron, maintaining a calm demeanor, declined the invitation and firmly showed the man the exit. The situation, despite the man's aggressive behavior, was diffused without further escalation thanks to Byron's swift intervention.
Whatever you got to bring.
Come on!
Where are we going?
My house, right up that way.
I'm not going home with you. No thanks.
That's what I thought, bro.
you thought right.
This. Come on! That's what I thought.
Here we've got a customer trying to sell an unusual combo of speakers claiming they're worth $1,000.
It's like this. You listen to the music, you're gonna barbecue, this is the best. I cook shish kebab, very good food.
When the Gold sibling smells something fishy and decide to investigate. Questions about the speaker's damaged cones and a hint at dumpster diving arise.
I think I like $1,000.
Really?
The customer insists on $500, making threats if denied. The siblings see through his game and call out his attempts to play him. His accent slips, and instead of admitting defeat, he tries a feeble "I'll be back" routine, as if auditioning for a Schwarzenegger movie.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
The cones on the speakers.
Yeah, what happened to those?
This is how I get it.
Really?
There's nothing wrong with it.
Where'd you find it? The dumpster?
$500 give me, I'm gonna be nice, and that's it.
Why? What would happen if we didn't give you 500? You're not gonna be nice?
But hey man, this ain't Hollywood. The Golds stand firm, unimpressed by the intimidation tactics. No scare tactics or Arnold impressions are gonna cut it. The customer's dramatic exit promises a return, but the Golds, they're not buying it.
I'm gonna get very, very angry right now.
That wouldn't be smart.
What? What you gonna do about it?
Listen, you're not gonna scare me.
Like that.
You don't scare me, punk.
So what are you gonna do?
You don't scare me, I'll be back.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
I'll be back.
What are you, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I'll be back. Go back inside.
A couple entered the shop, seeking Bobby J's assistance to upgrade a ring. Excitedly, Bobby J started the process, asking about their preferences and suggesting options.
I'm looking like to upgrade her ring.
Okay.
Need something bigger.
Okay. Let me see this ring. So you want to...
I could take it off. You want me to take it off?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. You want to go with a marquee? You want to stick with rounds?
However, tension quickly arose when the woman noticed her companion's distraction and questioned him about somebody named Tina.
Who is Tina?
Man,
You
Tina ain't
really
nothing but
gonna
my
do that?
cousin, man.
Are you serious?
Man,
Your cousin? 7 years. You ain't never brought up no Tina to me.
Why is you tripping, man? Tina's my cousin, man.
Ain't no damn cousin. I'm not going.
A heated exchange ensued between them, with the woman attempting to lay her hands on him. Amidst the rising conflict, Bobby J tried to mediate, attempting to de-escalate the situation. The woman, feeling increasingly agitated, emphasized her discontent, declaring that she wouldn't tolerate such behavior. The incident, although intense, highlighted the challenges faced by Bobby J in managing not only business transactions, but also the personal dynamics of some customers.
Whatever. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I ain't playing with you. What you gonna do? No, whatever. He gonna keep playing.
Despite his efforts to guide them through the ring upgrade process, personal issues took precedence, leading to a heated confrontation.
Man, quit hitting me, let's go.
Les wakes up feeling like a fire-breathing dragon, ready to roast anyone who walks in. And guess who strolls in? A clueless dude looking to pawn some sparkly stuff. Les starts the roast slowly, asking about the dude's marriage. No, big mistake, dude, bro. Out pops this crazy story about anniversary gifts and grandma's jewels. Les smells something fishy, and boom, he calls the dude out on his fake baubles. Finally, they're back to business.
Get a watch for my wife's anniversary.
Oh, it's not your anniversary too?
Well, yeah, it is mine too.
How many years you been together?
25 years.
Oh, okay. How many good ones? So how did you get these?
Well, we were going through some of her jewelry.
Now, any sane person would slink away with their tail between their legs, but not this drama llama. See, he starts spitting insults about Les's wife, which is like poking a grizzly bear with a toothpick. Les sees red and for the first time ever kicks a customer out of his own pawn shop. 2 customers, actually.
Both of us.
It probably is. But it was fake when it was made, and it's still fake.
I got an anniversary coming up. I'm not getting in trouble. You're married, right?
I am.
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Listen, mother, there's 2 things you don't talk about.
What's that?
My wife and my family.
Oh,
so
kids?
here's the deal.
The air crackles with tension, but the other customer just chills like a cucumber. Guess drama ain't their style. This ain't some Hollywood brawl, folks. This is the pawn shop smackdown, with Les unleashing his verbal fury and two dudes getting escorted out faster than a bad burrito.
Two of you.
Here's the deal.
Get out of here, two of you. I'll hurt you guys so bad.
Sure you
You
will.
better get in front.
Sure you will.
Two people.
It's evident that the Gold siblings don't have the best relationship, and in this particular episode, Ashley decided to interfere with a potentially profitable deal for Seth. The customer brought in a valuable 1970 Detroit Tigers autographed baseball, hoping for a fair deal.
How'd you get it?
My grandfather left it to me.
This is a great collector's piece. It's signed by not only L. Kaline, but Norm Cash. For the right price, I'll be able to make a huge score on it.
Seth, recognizing the item's value, was negotiating smoothly until Ashley barged in, disrupting the flow. Ignoring the potential earnings, she proposed a mere $250, significantly lower than the customer's expectations. Seth, aware of her intentions to provoke a conflict, tried to salvage the situation, suggesting a more reasonable $500.
Looking to have a good time down south.
Yeah, but you're not bringing me something that's worth about $1,500.
To me, it's worth more than that.
But why? You're not an avid Tigers fan.
What have you got here?
I've got a 1970 Detroit Tiger autograph baseball.
How about $250?
$250? No way. No way.
Ashley persisted with her lowball offer, causing confusion and frustration for the customer. Instead of addressing the customer needs first, the siblings engaged in a heated argument, making a spectacle of themselves. Ashley's refusal to understand the item's value and insistence on her insulting price only added to the chaos. Ultimately, the siblings missed an opportunity to make a profit, showcasing their relationship.
How about 500?
No, it's got to be higher.
I said $250.
I'm at 500. Do you know who signed that ball, Ash? It's not worth the $1,500 he wanted.
Can I have my ball back?
Do you want to give him his ball back, or do you want to act like a
I don't
total
know.
ass?
I want to spit out another price to really insult him.
Are you serious?
No, you can't close a deal. You just don't know how to close a deal.
I close every deal.
This lady stomps in demanding stuff her way, unless he ain't playing patty cake. He throws her own words back like boomerangs, leaving her flustered and spitting curses. "Hurry up, I gotta be at work," she screeches. Les, cool as a cucumber, calmly says, "Come back when you got time, or maybe someone less yelly can help." Bam! One punch, straight to her rudeness.
Please. So I gotta be working 3 o'clock, so please.
Ma'am, do you want to come back when you have more time?
Can you get somebody else to serve me?
When you're screaming at me, I'm not going to speed up the process.
How many more times I gotta tell you, yes, I want my store credit?
Couple more times.
Well, I guess
Just a
so,
couple.
because she showed now listen.
Just a couple times.
And I hope you have fun with your thousands and help burn with you when you burn it.
Oh, but this lady, no, she ain't backing down. She throws around threats like confetti, wishing fire and brimstone on Les. Now, Les ain't no saint, but nobody deserves that kind of abuse. He shuts her down quickly. "I won't be disrespected." Boom. Another verbal jab from the man himself.
Burn with you when you burn it.
When she talks about when I die that I'm gonna rot in hell, I'm not gonna allow anybody to abuse me like that.
The air crackles with tension, thick enough to slice with a butter knife. This ain't your average pawn shop squabble. This is a war of words, with Les standing his ground against a hurricane of rudeness.
Con artist. Buckle up for this one. An overconfident individual walks in, claiming to have big cash to buy something. His grand entrance sets the tone for this bizarre encounter.
Let me see this one right here. This one right here. That's platinum. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, now this is real nice right here. I think I could look good when I go out with this.
That one's sharp.
How much is this one right here?
$5.99.
Hold down, baby.
Hold on, folks, because this is one roller coaster of a ride. Our protagonist believes he's holding a fortune, enough to buy a $500 watch.
It's a $2 bill.
Okay, and it's worth $2,000. It's rare to find a $2 bill that got red in it. Now tell me they ain't worth $2,000.
I'm about to go deaf right now.
Oh, don't piss off Bugatti.
This fellow insists that a humble $2 bill is worth a whopping $2,000. Give me a break. This dude better be on drugs for this to make sense.
So you wanna ball my $2 bill up? You know what?
Save it.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
You owe bologna sandwich. Y'all ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying?
Have a good day.
Please have
Big Mouth. Big Mouth is hungry.
You're hilarious.
Real funny, man. Y'all be killing me. I pine you.
Gift card. In a sadistic twist, a customer enters waving a $100 bill, claiming it's for bail. Oh boy, let's see what she has on her buying list.
Let me see this right here. This will be good.
Okay.
This one.
This is really pretty.
Okay.
That's really pretty.
It's really pretty.
Good on you. That was 100.
100. I'll take it.
Okay.
So this woman falls in love with an item, but you would not believe how she decides to pay off. What a classic move of pawn shop antics.
It's a $100 gift card.
These are not our gift cards.
What would you call it?
These are
preferred customer.
Right. So these are VIP cards. A gold card allows you discounts on the sales floor. You can't swipe this card and apply $100 on it.
Seems like this woman had her fast one playbook already at the pawn shop. But hey, who can predict the wild escalations life throws our way, right?
Somebody want to buy a preferred gift card?
There's not $100 on it. There's not.
I'm gonna get my money.
Hey, Byron, show her where the money's at.
My money.
He's gonna show you where the money's at.
Okay, we'll walk out.
I need my money. Somebody want $100?
Invisible phone. In a daring attempt to find the perfect gift for her son, a woman decides to venture into the pawn shop. But little did she know what awaited her there.
I was kind of looking at some of these watches.
Okay.
Where the hell is my phone?
Something wrong?
Yeah, my phone. I just let my. Did you take my phone? Take your phone.
There was never a phone on the showcase.
Well, folks, it appears our big mama's stealth skills might need a tune-up. However, did you see her put a phone there? Not me.
I ain't crazy. Damn it! I just laid my phone there. Don't touch me, yo. You better get off because I. You
What's wrong?
Don't touch me.
Calm down.
There was no phone on the
I laid my phone there.
Can someone just ask this woman to keep it down a bit? It looked like she was indeed trying to pull a scam. However, this is how she decides to take cover.
When you start attacking another customer in the store, you have got to get out.
Yo, better get this lady because I ain't got
Yo,
nothing.
please,
Yo,
listen.
Nobody don't got time for this. Yo, get this old ass lady. You better get my mother.
My dad truly believed that this glass could be something.
Space for years.
Okay, I'm not.
$4 grand. $4 grand. That's probably my.
From a killer ride to something straight out of Star Trek. Welcome back, Pawn Squad. Get ready to explore the shady side of the pawn world as we uncover 5 super rare illegal items encountered on Hardcore Pawn. Another day at the pawn shop, and you never know what surprises will walk through that door. Today we've got Seth bringing in something that's blowing everyone's mind, and boy is he in for a shock. Our friend Penny rolls in with a rare 83 T-top Cutlass, lowrider frames, and a fully customized beauty. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is the stuff dreams are made of. These babies are like finding a needle in a haystack these days, and you can see Seth's eyes light up with excitement. Easy there, Seth, don't get too carried away.
We see all types of old cars come through the store.
Does it do the 4-wheel hop?
It could if you wanted it to.
This amazing car is decked out with 4 switches and can hop up to 72 inches in the front. And guess what? If you're up for it, it can even do a 4-wheel hop. Talk about a versatile ride.
If you wanted it to. It's equipped to.
But it's very rare we see a tricked out car that actually jumps off the ground.
This car is the real deal, folks. It's got all the bells and whistles you could imagine. How often do you come across a fully equipped ride like this? Seth can't help but admit that it's incredibly rare to see a car that's not only fully customized, but can also jump off the ground. He can't resist showing off, telling us about the car's 4 hydraulic pumps and a whopping 14 deep cycle batteries. More batteries mean more power, right? Seth and his buddy can't resist the temptation to hop in and experience it firsthand. And let me tell you, they are having a blast. Now, Seth really wants this car, but he wants it at the right price. Penny, on the other hand, is hoping to fetch $12,000 for it. Will Seth bite the bullet and make the deal? Well, here's the twist.
How about $4,000?
Seth is only willing to dish out $4,000 for it. Whoa, talk about a huge drop. You can see the disappointment on Penny's face. He explains that he spent $4,000 just on the paint job alone. After some negotiation, Penny agrees to settle for $10,000. But Seth tries to push it further, offering $7,000. You know he wants it.
It's very rare we see a tricked out car that actually jumps off the...
Penny, being the wise guy he is, doesn't take the deal. In the end, they part ways on good terms. Well, folks, let's hope Penny finds another buyer who's willing to meet his price for this fully customized car. It's always a thrill to see unique items like this in the pawn shop. And who knows what will come through those doors next. Stay tuned for more pawn shop adventures. But here comes another gem-filled day at Les's pawn shop.
It's a waste of time, Dad.
You'll see.
We have a woman who's brought in some stones she discovered at her late grandmother's house. Her goal? To gather enough cash to cover her dear grandma's funeral expenses. Poor thing, she's not quite sure about the value of these stones and is expecting to receive a modest sum for them.
Younger.
How much did you want for these?
Anything would help, like $50 or $100.
Enter Ashley, who wants to assist but has serious doubts about the authenticity of these gems. On the other hand, Les is a big softie who sees potential in these stones and wants to help the woman out.
What?
It's a waste of time. This could be custom jewelry.
Yeah, it could be, but I think some of these are...
Now, Ashley isn't on board with Les's plan. Talk about family drama. She's doing her best to convince Les that this is a complete waste of time. But Les has something up his sleeve. He's arranged for a gem expert to come in and assess whether the stones are genuine or not. And let me tell you, what unfolds next is nothing short of astonishing. Brace yourselves, folks.
Holy... Oh my God.
These stones turn out to be the real deal. Crystal's life is about to take a major turn. All the stones, except for one, turn out to be plain old glass. But that one stone, oh boy, it's a game changer. It's a rare Burmese ruby worth a whopping $10,000. Les's hunch was spot on, and boy does it pay off.
So we'll be able to give you $10,000.
Crystal can hardly believe her luck. She's ecstatic and still pinching herself to make sure it's real. And you know what? Les deserves a round of applause for his intuition and faith in those stones. Well done, Les. It just goes to show that sometimes you can stumble upon hidden treasures in the most unexpected places. Crystal's journey from uncertainty to a life-changing discovery is a testament to the unpredictable nature of the pawn shop world. Who knows what other surprises await us in the future? Stay tuned, folks, because the adventure at Les's pawn shop is far from over. Hold on to your seats because this next guy is about to unleash some of the rarest goodies on the market.
5, 6.
Brace yourselves, space geeks, because this is gonna blow your mind. So this guy rolls up with a bunch of crates, and let me tell you, the anticipation is real.
Got a couple things. I have some Star Trek things, and I also have things from NASA.
He's got some seriously cool stuff from the Star Trek universe, and even NASA. I mean, come on, that's pretty awesome. It's clear that this dude is a space enthusiast through and through, and his collection is off the charts. Honestly, it's a total flex. Like seriously, you gotta take a look at this thing.
This is all the kind of stuff that you're into.
Now, here's the kicker. Ashley confesses that she and her brother aren't exactly die-hard Star Trek fans. But guess what? Every time they get anything Star Trek related in their shop, it flies off the shelves.
I'm not a Trekkie girl, my brother's not a Trekkie guy, but when we get Star Trek stuff in here, it flies off.
Talk about a lucky break, huh? This guy managed to gather all these valuable items from various Star Trek conventions across the country, thanks to his gig as a truck driver. Talk about dedication to the cause. But wait, it gets even better. He pulls out this kit from Paramount Studios, which is a seriously impressive piece in his collection.
To give to radio station to run ads for the show.
It's an authentic set that was sent to a TV executive when Deep Space Nine first hit the screens. Now that's some next level stuff right there. You can't help but appreciate the sheer coolness of it all. Here's the catch though. All this awesomeness comes at a price, and Seth, our shop owner, is taken aback by the asking price.
This was $1,000?
Yes.
Wow. $1,000?
Yes.
Why? Why is that so
Because
much
it's
money?
custom built and it all lights up and works.
The guy wants a whopping $1,200 for everything. unless ever the savvy negotiator tries to bring it down to $700. It seems like a stalemate, but fear not, because Ashley steps in with her clever thinking. After some intense back and forth, Ashley manages to strike a deal.
$7,800.
She works her magic and secures all these incredible items for just $800. Can you believe it? Talk about a happy ending. Everyone walks away satisfied. The customer gets a fair price, and our shop owners have some killer new additions to their inventory. Who knew that a truck driver with a passion for Star Trek could bring so much excitement to our little shop? It just goes to show you never know what surprises are waiting around the corner. I kid you not. This next guy just pulled up with a true gem.
Checker taxi cab. I don't know about the original miles. Meter still.
Can you even fathom it? It's none other than a 1982 checkered cab. Whoa, now that's what I call antique. Take a gander at this beauty. It's in remarkable condition. It's evident that the owner showered this car with lots of love and care. Kudos to him.
Did you call for a cab? Did you call for a cab?
Now, hold on to your hats because there's more to this story. Our daring duo, Les and Seth, decided to peek under the hood. Lo and behold, their jaws dropped.
Look at that thing purr. Don't you lose money because you get there quicker? And it all goes...
The engine looks splendid, almost brand new. How cool is that? But wait, there's a fascinating tidbit about this cab. Back in the day, they used to write the rates right on the taxi door itself. Talk about genius! This way, the rates were fixed, making it easier to attract customers. It's a shame we don't see this kind of thoughtful detail nowadays.
The door. Did you see the rates on the door?
Yeah, I did. The shut up one is one I like.
And guess what? This car enthusiast doesn't just have one of these incredible cabs, but a whopping total of 4. 4, my friends! And out of all his prized possessions, he decided to part ways with one and sell it to this very pawn shop.
As long as the price is right and it's in good condition, we can make a profit.
Boy, oh boy, Les and Seth should count their lucky stars. Now brace yourselves for the asking price. This customer is seeking a jaw-dropping $10,000. Can you believe it? Les, being the inquisitive one, questions the reason behind such a hefty sum for what seems to be a mere antique car. Sensibly, Seth suggests that the customer take the car for a spin, just to ensure everything is running smoothly. Perhaps then they'll be able to negotiate a fair price. Good thinking, Seth. Les, ever the insightful one, recognizes that this is not just any ordinary car. It's a masterpiece, a truly unique item. Plus, considering its excellent condition, they can actually turn a profit from it. However, much to their disappointment, the customer refuses to budge below $8,500. Sadly, no deal can be made today. Nonetheless, Les wishes him luck, and we join him in hoping that the right buyer comes along for this exceptional ride. Fingers crossed, this next guy brought in something, and you won't believe what it is.
You want $950?
This guy walked in all eager to sell something big, and boy did he deliver. When he unveiled the item, everyone's jaws hit the floor. This customer explains that this Silver Surfer was actually a display piece for the movie Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. And get this, he owns his own comic book store.
I advertise that, and I own a comic book store. I said...
And that's how he managed to convince the set designer to let him take it home. And the next day, it was... Now, hold on to your seats, because things are about to get interesting. This guy is asking for a whopping $2,000 for the Silver Surfer. And let me tell you, he seems pretty darn adamant about it. Like, take a look at this. Ashley, always the one to ask the tough questions, wonders why it's priced so high. The customer confidently explains that outline. It's actually valued at $3,000, and he wants a fair price for it. Oh, and here's a fun fact for you. The Silver Surfer was actually voted one of the top 50 most recognizable comic book heroes in America. Pretty cool, huh? Can do. But the customer stands his ground and refuses to go below $1,000. That's quite a gap to bridge. But then in comes Seth, our resident genius manipulator. What he does next and how he convinces the customer will truly shock you. You gotta stick to your guns. Well, after giving it some serious thought, the customer ultimately did the same page. They can all happily move forward. It's smooth sailing from here on out. And that concludes our thrilling journey through 5 super rare illegal items on Hardcore Pawn. Which of these were your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more action. Until next time, peace out. Anything can happen on Pawn Stars, from crazy fights to unbelievable bargains. But these are the times things got out of hand. Kicking off with this episode, which is sure to give you quite a jolt.
Hey, how's it going?
The episode just starts with a casual conversation between Rick and an old man. But look what he's got. Yes, my friends, you just laid eyes on an 1884 Colt that was used in the Wyoming Range War, also known as the Johnson County War.
Goes with it. There's nothing like a good book after a good shooting.
That's what I always say.
And not to forget the book that comes with it. I mean, you've got to keep the rare flock together. Rick, as usual, begins his quiz, asked a whole lot of questions before investing his money into something that a normal person would have bought in a heartbeat.
So how exactly did you get the gun?
My father got this from the great-great-granddaughter of Fred Koch.
Are these many questions ever asked while I go to sell something antique? Maybe. How would I know? I've just gone to the shops to buy something, never to sell anything. But wait, it seems like he practiced it the whole night, answered all the questions like a pro. That man did better than the rest of us would do in our lives. Tough college times. Wait, what did my eyes just witness? Rick narrating the whole Wyoming Range War story.
Basically, large cattle barons feuding with really small cattle ranchers. The small guys were stealing cattle.
It felt like a whole history lesson to me. I must say, Rick does have some insane knowledge about antiques. The way he narrated the whole thing was nothing less than an informative history class. Not gonna lie. Moving further, we see Rick's intelligence as he checked all the details provided on the document just like a professional would.
This is a 45 caliber. This is a 45 caliber. It's a 5.5-inch barrel. That's a 5.5-inch barrel.
With this line, when you throw on a personal story that actually ties a cowboy to a gun, that's the kind of thing collectors love. I can see he clearly knows how to hit the proper note.
But when you throw in a personal story that actually ties a cowboy to a gun, that's the kind of thing collectors love.
Without a second thought, the man quoted $55,000 for the gun. What do you think? Are Rick and the old man on the same page? Well, for you to know that, you have to continue watching.
I'd like $55,000.
$55,000?
And obviously, before getting such a huge amount out of his pocket, he wanted a second opinion on the matter, for which he called an expert.
Get someone down here, he'll tell me if it actually belonged to this guy.
To be honest, I really don't get it. How can one identify if it's original or fake by just looking at some words written on a piece of paper? Anyway, who am I to say anything?
What we have here, it's really hard to make that connection.
Some facts were served right there. Like clearly, who else if not Rick would know more than for how much something like that goes in his shop. And you know, Pawn Stars is all about who bargains best to make the most profit. So let's see who gets to cut the cake tonight. And just when he thought things couldn't get crazier, Rick dropped the price and set his bet to $1,500. And all that effort went to waste right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna be able to do that. I think maybe I'll see if I can maybe get some more Providence.
That was pretty obvious. No one would want to sell an antique for this measly amount of money. Definitely not a very profitable deal. And with that deal went flying Rick out of Rick's hands. But in this next episode, this person walks in with a really interesting gun. But how interesting? You're about to find out.
Yeah, it's like something James Bond would wear.
Yeah, right. You just saw that, huh? But that's not out of a James Bond movie. That thing is as real as it gets.
What can I help you with? I'm here to sell my ring pistol today.
Well, you know how a gun never stays in the shop for long, be it whatever shape or size. But this thing is something I've never seen or even heard of before. Have you ever seen a pistol ring? Boy, you're looking at it right now. This is something definitely worthy of adding to the antique collection list. Come on, you have to agree with me. Everything about this pistol ring is antique, from loading it to the trigger to its hammer. This thing is a killer. Literally. You know what? If I ever went undercover on a mission, I would definitely carry this cute little devil. James Bond, we just found your vibe. And I know Rick would agree with me too. Yeah, that man seems very particular about the price he's going to ask for that dangerous ring.
I'm looking to get $9,000. I'll use it to buy some of the things I collect more often.
I personally would wear that ring everywhere. It's an all-in-one combo, kind of a hidden treasure who can double up like your personal bodyguard. It's unreal how cool this thing is. But hey, did Rick just contradict me?
Wear them just for fashion.
Damn. Rick has got a good sense of humor, not gonna lie. Seriously, getting hit by that mini pistol ring would definitely hurt your ego hard, man.
It's also seriously a gun. I mean, it would really hurt getting shot with this thing.
And oh, I kid you not when I say that the man clearly did his homework right. He literally asked for $9 grand in the blink of an eye. I mean, that piece truly is a showstopper. But that expensive? Damn.
$9 grand. They're pretty rare.
So what happened is that the deal took an intense turn, and Rick, being the smartest in this show, had to prove it. So before finalizing the deal, he wanted a bit of expert advice. I mean, that's always better than regretting later, right? So let's see what the expert had to say about this antique pistol ring.
The European gunsmiths, they were making all kinds of little weird things. This is the Imperial Protector. Basically,
looks like this tiny mean machine has taken down quite a few people in the past. So it must cost a bomb. But let's hear it from the expert himself.
For $11,500.
Okay. Thanks, Tony. I really appreciate it.
Whoa, I never expected that. $11.5K? That's crazy. And just look at the size of that thing. That thing is golden for sure. But as you know, Rick plays by his own rules, and I'm curious to know what he has to offer.
I'll give you $3,000 for it.
No, can't do it.
Okay, so Rick is trying to settle the deal for $3,000. But bro, that's like not even half the price the seller asked. Do you think the man will accept the offer? For someone who knew a great deal about the pistol ring, I don't think this man is gonna budge. But Rick wasn't ready to give up or give in as yet. So, do you think they'd both settle on the same grounds? Who do you think is going to win this round? Well, let me put your anxiety to rest, for here comes the moment you're waiting for.
As amazing as this thing is, I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
And just like that, Rick missed the chance and saw the extraordinary collector's pride walk right out of his door. But what happened in this next episode is even crazier.
Working with an instrument maker and got really, really interested with the harmonica.
You know how music instruments can be great collectibles. In which case, what do you think about an ancient instrument that has an emotional connection to it? Does it help double up the price? Well, I don't know about you, but I have never seen a shining gold M. Hohner harmonica.
We've all played a harmonica once in our lives.
Right, we have.
And we thought we were good at it.
So for those of you who don't know who Matthias Hohner is, here's a quick history lesson for you. Hohner was a trained watchmaker born in Germany, and his company Math Hohner AG is the oldest and largest producer of harmonicas in the world. If you want to know more about this masterpiece, here's Rick for you. So apparently the watchmaker was so blown away by the piece that this is what happened.
So he saw the writing on the wall, but he was also working with an instrument maker and got really, really interested with the harmonica.
Rick's knowledge never fails to amaze me. There's no question that he is a master of his job, and his trade skills are even better. But is this going to be a jackpot or a lost cause? Before Rick states his price, he found a problem with the musical piece.
You get in the ballpark.
Okay, all right.
It's plastic, and it's not in the greatest shape.
I don't know, it's not too bad a shape.
The cardboard's coming off.
Oh no, that's going to majorly affect the price of this beautiful piece right here. So while the seller was holding on to a grand $500, what Rick pitched was unbelievable.
Here's $75 for it.
It cost
$75? Wow. I would feel humiliated if I was that harmonica right now. I mean, come on, man, it's not that bad. But what can I say? Rick knows better. And the seller wasn't ready to back up, and even had a genuine reason for it.
$1 to fill my truck up with gas right now. I can't take 75.
I find the man reasonable. The least you can do is compensate his gas. But as you know, there are no emotions involved in business. Rick's not taken aback by anything, and sticks with his price, but he failed to grab the deal. I think he wouldn't mind much though, because the harmonica was plastic, and it was also peeling off in some places. So sadly, the seller needed to go back home with the broken instrument, and he couldn't even make enough money for gas anyway. Next up, we got this interesting thing that you'd never expect at a pawn shop.
The guy just pulled in the parking lot with a boat he wants to sell. So Chum and I...
Yes, it's a freaking boat! What you're looking at is a 1958 Sea Flight Glastering, and this is no common sight, y'all. Rick and Chum came to take a look at the huge and fascinating boat, and it looks like they already like what they're looking at.
57 Chevy, didn't they?
Sure did.
Is it a convertible?
And how can something start without Chumley's irrelevant questions, right? Like always, he was more worried about the boat being convertible or not. Well, Chum, you definitely cannot expect everything to be fancy, okay? Despite that, I can't help but love Chumley's confidence. Meanwhile, the seller has made up his mind to demand a hefty $10,500 for the boat. Let's hope he can make just as much from the master of negotiation. And this time, the item in question was a timeless beauty, created in 1958, standing tall, defying the effects of time. Whoever maintained it surely did it with the utmost care and dedication. Great work right there, but I think someone is already getting busy coming up with the numbers.
It looks just like the 57 Chevy I got for the old man's birthday. It's definitely tempting because
Rick's already deciding how he was going to pitch this look-alike a 57 Chevy.
this Glastron boat is awesome, but boats are tough to sell, so it has to be a home.
Like he already said, boats are money pits. I mean, nobody would want to keep this huge boat in their homes as an antique. Quite rare, as the word suggests itself. But this seller is definitely giving Rick tough competition. With all that USP knowledge he was throwing about, he came in here ready to face the pawnbroking world.
Do you know why?
Because it was a little 17-foot boat.
No, because it was fiberglass. No more wood boats. Wood boats were moving out.
But what happened next was totally unexpected.
10-5.
In an unexpected turn, the owner of the boat bravely revealed a startling price tag, $10,500. Wow, that's crazy. What do you think Rick is gonna do? Will he buy it or break it?
I don't even want to make you an offer. There's too much work that's got to be done for me to make anything.
Did you see that? Rick didn't even make an attempt to convince the donor to accept a lesser price. But that's exactly what the show is all about, expecting the unexpected. But you cannot miss this museum piece that just made its entry into the shop today. A man brought in an ancient coin, a portrait of Julius Caesar from the month before he was assassinated.
Well, I have a coin here. It's a portrait coin of Julius Caesar from the month before he got assassinated.
But before that, quick history lesson. Did you know Caesar was the first living person to be depicted on Roman currency? Back then, this honor was only reserved for the gods, so you can imagine Caesar's position in the society. So you know that having him on a coin is quite exclusive, and any historical coin collector would be yearning to get their hands on this coin.
Would do what was necessary to preserve the Republic. Okay, and no matter what he did in office,
Rick was taken in by the intriguing offer, and his sincerity came through, creating a favorable environment for a possible deal. Rick, though, sticks to his strategy since he was logical. As you know, the man is a smart specialist who always seeks professional advice before taking major action. But let's see what the price on offer is.
how much were you looking to get out of it?
I want $4,400, please.
Okay.
I like this man's confidence and how he's so adamant about the asking price, exactly the way it should be.
The style is correct. Everything is right.
Okay.
It's perfectly genuine.
The expert's analysis is giving us a ray of hope with each passing second. So let's see what the experts have to say.
$1,500.
Retail?
Retail.
Wait, what was that? $1,500? Are you kidding me? I thought that coin was a big deal. But what just happened? It's ridiculous. I mean, sometimes you can never explain how things turn out to be in the pawn world. Just like this episode where a man walked in claiming to have a 1951 Yankees team signed ball.
1951 Yankees team signed baseball.
For those who may not know, the New York Yankees of the 1940s and 1950s were the most dominant team in baseball history. They won 10 World Series titles only between 1947 and 1962. Including their 5 consecutive World Series victories from the 1949 to 1953 season. However, things have now taken a turn, and the glory remains in history. Coming back to the item in concern, the seller also claimed that the ball had the signatures of around 22 to 23 Yankee players from around that time, and out of all of them, it had the signatures of Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle.
Got about 22, 23 signatures on
The year 1951 holds a special place in baseball history, as it was Joe DiMaggio's final season and Mickey Mantle's first. Also, Yankees won their 14th World Series that year. Buckle up, because this episode is sure to amaze you.
My grandfather went to a game in 1951 with my mother and received
The seller said that it was his grandfather who managed to get this iconic baseball. According to him, his grandfather went to a game in 1951 with his mother and received the autographs from a friend of his that was involved with the team. Well, sounds fair enough to me.
Baseball doesn't really mean a lot to me. It's got some family heritage, but it's a baseball.
I wonder why so many people want to sell something that has an emotional connection with them. But the seller's reason behind selling such an iconic ball seems pretty fair to me.
This would be perfect for the company softball game.
Chumway, I'm fixing to hit you.
Charlie was trying to play the fool, but Benjamin remained unaffected, steadfastly focused on the business at hand. Benjamin saw nothing but the business and got right back into it.
I don't trust this guy. I don't trust nobody, especially when they're trying to sell me stuff.
Benjamin, I can feel you totally. It's not like we don't trust anybody, but it's always better to be sure when there's a ton of money involved. No doubt the expert had to be called in.
I do believe that this is a genuine 1951 Yankees baseball.
Whoa, it looks like there's some good news for the man, and we might see some bills going out of the shop. But wait, don't be sure. you never know when the deal goes south.
I think $3,000 is a reasonable amount for the ball.
With audacity that leaves me breathless, a staggering demand of $3,000 was quoted for the ball. And it's quite obvious as well. After all the authentication and the proof, anyone would ask for that kind of money.
They fired about $800.
But wait, what? Benjamin just quoted $800? That's it? No one would sell it for that much, Benjamin. But he was in this business before most of us, and I assume he'd know better. So these were some of the times deals got out of hand on Pawn Stars. So which one of these intrigued you the most? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more such videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, guys.
You looking at, mother? Get the off me. Hey, what the you look?
I need my $20. $100.
No, Mama, calm down.
From crazy intense fights to mind-blowing brawls. Without further ado, let's jump into some wild action in today's list of the best fights on Hardcore Pawn. You won't believe how much this customer did when he couldn't take in the truth.
Get the out of here, man.
Get the out of here.
Why are you standing behind me?
It's a bright and sunny day at the pawn shop. But hold on to your hats, because we're in for a wild ride. This cool and laid-back Albanian dude strolls in with a bunch of ancient comic books. When I say cool, I mean it. Like, look at this.
Les. Ganti, how you doing?
What's your name?
Ganti.
Genti?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
He's got dollar signs in his eyes, thinking they're worth a fortune. But is he in for a surprise or what? Les and Ashley, the shop owners, give them their usual warm welcome. The customer proudly showcases his prized comics, claiming they're from the groovy 70s and in mint condition. He's even bold enough to demand a whopping $2,000 for the lot. What? They are shocked.
How much did you want for him?
I was looking around 2,000, man.
$2,000.
But our savvy Ashley ain't falling for it. She spots the bent corners and unimpressive preservation, grilling the customer about their sorry state. Poor fella, he's speechless. Didn't see that coming, did he?
These? Do you see the edges?
That's just one of them. Come on.
No, actually, that's all.
Ashley cuts straight to the chase and offers a jaw-dropping $5 for the entire stack. Yep, you heard it right. A gigantic drop from his lofty $2,000 expectation. Naturally, our customer isn't happy with the lowball and tries to haggle. But kudos to Ashley and Les. They hold their ground, eventually nudging the price up to a massive $6.
Come on, you guys just work with me a little bit. Give me something, you know what I mean?
6?
And that's when things go from zero to chaos. Our previously calm customer suddenly loses it, accusing the shop of playing mind games. Leslie tries to calm him down, reassuring him they're not joking around. But no, he won't take their word for it. He insists on verifying the authenticity of the comics, and Ashley's response takes him to new levels of shock.
From the 1970s.
So am I.
I don't go where you.
Oh boy, buckle up, because it's all downhill from here. The customer starts swearing up a storm, slamming the table like a man possessed. He's convinced he's being duped, and boy is he fuming.
Like you're playing me right now, because I know this is worth way more than $6.
The situation gets so out of hand that a burly bodyguard has to step in and escort him out. But wait, there's more. Right before leaving, he pulls a move that really ticks off another customer. Talk about adding fuel to the fire.
Get the off me. Hey, what the you look? Come here.
Next thing you know, we're witnessing an impromptu street brawl right inside the shop. These two customers throw punches like they're in a heavyweight championship match. And let me tell you, it's a hilarious sight to behold.
Come on, fuck me.
You little bitch.
Eventually, the bodyguards swoop in like superheroes and drag both fighters out. Man, talk about a show. After the dust settles, our Albanian friend tries to save face with a final quip. I'm Albanian, baby! Well, my friend, you've certainly lived up to that fiery reputation of yours. What a roller coaster of a pawn shop experience, folks. Next up, just another regular day at the pawn shop. People coming and going. Some happy, some not so much.
$100. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me prove my point.
Now here's a guy who walks in hoping to get a loan of $100 for his gold chain. And you know what? The receptionist happily agrees. Loan approved, right?
How much would you like?
$100.
Okay. I can do the $100.
Well, hold your horses, because this is where things go haywire. This customer seems all polite and even hands over his ID for verification. But then he brings up this 20% business, as it's written on the sign right there. The receptionist is completely lost, and the customer starts explaining how he should get 20% added to the $100 loan, making it $120.
Put my 20%, right?
What 20%, sir?
The sign right here say I get 20%.
But the poor receptionist has no clue what he's talking about. Politeness goes out the window, folks. The man's anger instantly flares up when he realizes the receptionist is clueless. He asks her if she's ever seen the sign in her life, and boy does he point it out right in front of the shop. Talk about intense.
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is you serious?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you ain't never seen the sign?
Now, this angry customer won't let it go. His voice keeps getting louder, drawing everyone's attention in the shop.
I'm supposed to get 20%. You said you gonna give me 100. I get 20% of 100.
We see as the bodyguard's on alert, and even Seth, the boss, steps out of his office to see what the commotion is all about. The man keeps angrily repeating that he's supposed to get that 20% with $100. When the receptionist refuses to budge, he demands to see the manager. Seth steps up and asks the customer to read the sign again. He patiently explains what it actually means.
At another pawn shop, bring me in the ticket, and when you take it out of that pawn shop, I'll give you 20%.
But does our furious customer listen? No way. He's sticking to his guns, dead set on his demands. He even goes back and snatches the sign to show it to the receptionist and Seth. You can practically feel the tension, folks. If Seth wasn't behind that glass, this guy might have thrown a punch. Clearly, he's not thinking straight. That's when the bodyguard steps in and takes the sign away from him.
Hey, straight up. My man, let this go. Let this go. 20%.
The angry customer doesn't even give Seth a chance to explain. Oh boy, talk about rage blinding a person. This irate customer keeps shouting in the shop, demanding his 20%, hoping someone will back him up.
Sir.
Why?
Well, because you're
false advertising. I guess you think I can.
You're not letting.
But here's where things escalate. This customer challenges Seth to step out of his glass office and face him like a man. Whoa, the temperature's rising in here. But Seth's having none of it. He tells him to get out since he's causing a ruckus. And you know what happens next? He gets escorted out by the bodyguard. And get this, he tries to take the sign with him.
I'm getting something out this, bro.
You down for this sign, my man. I'm gonna chase you
Hit the
down.
mother.
Gotta admit, that's a bit hilarious. But the bodyguard quickly snatches it back, and the customer keeps cursing as he leaves the shop. But wait, there's more. To show his anger, this guy grabs a harmless plant and throws it on the ground.
Huh, $20 worth right there, bitches.
Oh, man. What did the plant do to him?
Seriously, what did the plant ever do to you, man? And off he angrily storms away. It's never a dull day around here, is it? This next lady has real poor luck, but it does not excuse her behavior.
Wait, man. The door's right there. Have a good day.
Because you got a big dude, you think you hot?
So this lady storms into the store demanding her stuff back, which happens to be just 2 TVs. The receptionist asks her for some ID and tickets as proof, but this lady is completely clueless.
I need your ID or the tickets. My what?
She doesn't have any of those things, and here comes the shocker. Her boyfriend pawned off her belongings. Can you believe it? Now she wants them back, and it's a pretty messed up situation to be honest. She explains to the receptionist that she can't provide the required documents because her no-good boyfriend isn't even around anymore. He left her high and dry. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Now Ashley, who overhears the whole thing, initially sympathizes with this poor girl. But hold up, that sympathy doesn't last for long, and for good reason.
I feel terrible for her, but I can't help her without her ticket.
This customer suddenly loses her mind, like all the anger in the world has consumed her. And guess what she does next? Brace yourselves, people. She starts yelling and banging on the glass window, demanding her precious TV. Seriously, that's not how you get things done. Even if someone is trying to help you, no one will tolerate that kind of behavior. Ashley, understandably furious, tells her to back off. The situation gets so heated that Ashley has to step out of the room to confront this unruly customer. And guess what? This lady has the audacity to threaten Ashley. Well, Ashley isn't one to back down, so she tells her to get the heck out of the shop. This customer is beyond crazy, I tell you. It seems like she had a truckload of problems even before she set foot in the store.
I dare you.
Now, the bodyguard steps in to escort her out, but oh boy, this girl goes on a rampage. She knocks over everything in her path, completely enraged. Come on, girl, you seriously need to chill out.
Bye. I what? I said
Finally, they manage to get her out of the shop, but you won't believe what happens next. Unlike the previous guy who threw a plant, this woman tries not once, not twice, but 3 freaking times to break back into the store. I mean, seriously, woman, get a grip on yourself. This is just embarrassing for everyone involved.
But damn it, we're not your local psychologist neither.
Even the bodyguard has had enough at this point, and he can only imagine what kind of crazy exchange must have taken place. Man, oh man, what a wild scene that must have been. This next guy is the most polite guy you'll see, but things take an interesting turn.
I'm trying to help you solve your issue.
Well, folks, let me tell you about this wild encounter that went down, starting with a seemingly innocent greeting.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Well, actually, I'm not doing so good.
Little did anyone know, trouble was brewing. You see, this poor customer was feeling down because his dear grandma had passed away. He needed to sell something urgently to scrape together enough cash to cover his rent. Now that's a tough spot to be in, right? Enter Ashley, a real gem of a person. She genuinely empathized with this guy and offered a helping hand. So the dude decides to sell his late grandma's ring, thinking it's made of real gold and worth a fortune. Ashley, being the responsible gal she is, takes a good look at the ring to verify its authenticity. And guess what? It's not the real deal, folks. It's as fake as a knockoff Rolex.
Okay. Do you have anything?
Naturally, Ashley breaks the news to the guy and asks if he's got anything else to pawn instead. But this fella, he ain't buying it. He's convinced that Ashley's got it all wrong, and he wasted his precious time chatting with her. Well, hold your horses, buddy. Ashley calmly reassures him that his time wasn't wasted and suggested he could pawn his TV instead. But oh boy, this suggestion hit a nerve. He starts acting all weird and uncooperative, throwing a tantrum.
TV. You can pawn your TV.
What the I look like?
Now, here's where things get intense. Ashley's just trying her darn best to help this guy out, but he's not having it. He demands his ring back and starts searching for someone else to deal with.
I'm trying to do whatever I can to help him.
This not making no sense.
And when Ashley tries to explain that she's simply doing her job to lend a hand, it's like a switch flip inside this guy's head. He goes ballistic, questioning Ashley's every move and acting all erratic. It's honestly a bit scary, folks. Believe it or not, this fella has the audacity to tell Ashley to lower her voice, even though he's the one causing all the ruckus. Talk about pushing boundaries. He even has the nerve to put his hand on her face trying to belittle her. And get this, he's not even listening.
Lower your voice. Lower your voice. Lower your voice. Lower your voice.
He's busy with his threats, making Ashley's job even harder. But our girl Ashley, bless her heart, stands her ground like a champ. But wait for it, folks. Here comes the jaw-dropping twist. Out of nowhere, a hero emerges.
My face. Don't put your finger in.
Bam! This mysterious stranger slams our angry customer to the ground, WWE style. Can you believe it? And that's not all, folks. This hero then grabs the unruly fella and drags him out of the place. Because guess what? The dude still won't quit.
On the ground. On the ground. On the ground, mother.
He keeps up with his nonsense, making threats and vowing to return for more. Seriously, what on earth did Ashley ever do to deserve this kind of treatment? It's downright mind-boggling, folks. Well, the last person on this list is no less than any other irrational person than earlier.
If the item was worth the money, I would give her money, but here was a loud mouth.
It's just another ordinary day at the shop when this woman walks in, hoping to make some quick cash by selling her jewelry. Pretty common scenario, right?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Trying to find this here.
Well, here's the twist. It's also quite common for people to claim that their jewelry is real, when in fact, it's not. But it all depends on how they react when they find out the truth. Now, this particular woman already seems a bit agitated as she approaches the counter to sell her rose gold earrings. Les, the shopkeeper, takes a look at the earrings and bluntly informs her that the color is not real. Surprise, surprise.
I can feel you.
Okay, so what's up?
They're not real.
The woman didn't see that coming. Les goes on to explain why the color is faded, indicating that the earrings are not made of real gold. Now, you'd expect her to accept the reality and move on, right? Nope, not this lady. Instead, she comes up with a lame response like, well, duh, that's because it's rose gold. Seriously? I mean, it's common knowledge that when the color starts fading on real gold, it's a clear sign that it's not genuine. But this woman insists it's two-tone rose gold. while Les insists it's just some base metal.
They were just base metal. It's not gold. Base metal is going to turn colors when you put chemicals on it.
Come on, lady, listen to the expert here instead of getting all rude. The fact is, base metal changes colors, not real gold. It's pretty clear that this woman just wants some money and has the audacity to demand $200 for those earrings. And as if being rude wasn't enough, she starts hurling abuse at poor Les.
That real rose gold earrings, man, I need $200 right now. What the is the...
Talk about being confused and disrespected. I can't blame Les for not taking that kind of nonsense. So the bodyguard steps in to escort the woman out of the shop. But guess what? She keeps insisting that she wants her money and even asks the bodyguard to check the earrings again. Seriously, lady, drop it already. Here's the funny part, and you'll never guess what Les did next.
Yeah.
You want me to wrap these up?
Yes, he did that. I mean, why bother with someone who refuses to listen, right? Eventually, the woman is escorted out by Les and the bodyguard. But she doesn't give up that easily. She actually tries to break into the shop not once, not twice, but 3 times. I can't help but feel secondhand embarrassment for her. It's like witnessing pure insanity.
Oh, no, I can't tell.
He's out.
In conclusion, this woman's behavior was out of line. Instead of accepting the truth and moving on, she chose to be rude, abusive, and persistent. It's a good thing Les and the bodyguard stood their ground and didn't let her disrupt the shop. Let's hope she learns a lesson from this and thinks twice before causing such a scene in the future. So, which one of these fights shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more action. See you on the next one, guys.
That's my bitch. That's who I've been screaming for.
Where's the manager?
It's liar. Why'd you take my ring?
I'm sorry.
From Ashley shutting down disrespectful customers to Rich clapping back like a boss, these are the most angry moments on Hardcore Pawn. One thing is for sure, all the people that walked into that door were full of rage, which is exactly why you're going to enjoy this ride till the end. Let's kick this off with this customer who left their manners and respect at the door.
Damn, I get some on this motherfucker, boy. Ooh. Damn, ain't this mother...
Excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Well, that is exactly what everyone at the pawn shop was thinking when they saw this customer, who seemed to have walked in with absolutely no decency or anything even close to it. How hard is it to remember basic courtesy and respect when entering a store, huh? I mean, come on! We're all trying to coexist in this space, right? It's not rocket science to treat others with kindness and consideration. But no, this person seemed to have completely forgotten those essential values and decided to bring a bad attitude to the table.
Let me lay on this mother. See, what's this, table? So, what?
Oh my gosh, it's seriously disgusting to watch, you know? I mean, why would he even randomly roll up into a store and straight up lie on a table, pulling off all those messed up moves? Like, was he high as a kite or just a totally ill-mannered brat? And to make matters worse, he kept making everyone around him super uncomfortable. Just slapping the table like it's some kind of sick beat and making these loud, disturbing noises that were totally cringeworthy. It's like, can he not read the room and realize he's killing the vibe for everyone? Seriously, someone needs to step up and shut down his obnoxious behavior ASAP. The store staff or management better handle this situation and restore some peace, because no one should have to endure that level of disturbance. We all just want to chill and enjoy our shopping without being subjected to this hot mess. But the audacity of this dude just kept escalating. It's like he was on a mission to make Ashley's life a living nightmare. First, he forgot all manners and respect, and now he was taking it to a whole new level of creepiness. I mean, just take a look at this.
Ashley, man, that's my girl. Yeah, I want Ashley, man.
Continuously shouting for Ashley and proclaiming that he wants her, referring to her as my girl, is beyond unsettling. It's like this person has completely crossed the boundaries of appropriate behavior and entered the realm of obsession. Ashley must be feeling incredibly uncomfortable and disturbed by this individual's persistence and inappropriate actions. Nobody should have to endure such harassment, especially in a public setting like a store. It's a complete violation of personal space and boundaries.
A bitch. That's who I've been screaming for. Come here. This is a sex table, baby, right? Get your ass.
Whoa, hold up. I totally get your frustration and desire to take action in the face of such disrespectful behavior. It's infuriating to witness someone treating Ashley that way and continuously pushing her boundaries. Ashley repeatedly asked him to get off the bed. It's clear that she was trying to assert her boundaries and maintain a sense of order. However, he was being a total jerk to her. And seriously, to keep arguing and even resorting to calling her baby despite having a big hunk bodyguard right in front of him? That's just plain bold, if not downright foolish. It's like this person has zero respect for authority or understanding of consequences. But seriously, the audacity of this man to respond with such disgraceful and degrading statements.
You let me, I'll be slapping that ass.
Wow, that's beyond disrespectful. It's downright disgusting. Nobody should ever be subjected to such objectifying and offensive language. His remark reflects a complete lack of understanding of consent, respect, and basic human decency. Yeah, that's what you face when you trouble the owner's daughter so much. I'm sure they didn't hit him right away, only because it was being recorded. I swear to God, Les turned blood red in anger and held the man by his collar to show him the way out.
You're gonna get your hands off.
Really? Really or what?
We go back,
Disrespecting my daughter like time to get out.
Oh my goodness, the audacity of that man is absolutely mind-boggling. To openly utter such vulgar and disrespectful remarks in front of Les is beyond comprehension. It's utterly revolting and completely unacceptable. Fortunately, it seems like the tides turned swiftly, and he finally realized the gravity of his despicable actions. Perhaps he must have seen the imminent danger of facing severe consequences for his repulsive behavior. It's a relief that he had the sense to put a stop to his outrageous bullshit before things escalated further.
Yeah, man.
You understand that?
I got you.
Don't with my kid.
I'm sorry.
Don't with my kid.
Sorry, Les. I'm sorry.
It's moments like these that remind us of the importance of standing up against such inappropriate behavior and creating a safe environment for everyone. It's disheartening to hear that the man continued his offensive behavior even outside. It's truly a testament to Les's maturity and strength of character that he chose to turn his back on him. Sometimes, in the face of relentless negativity and impulses, the best response is to rise above and not let it affect our own well-being. As they say, dog's always gonna bark anyways. Those who thrive on spreading negativity and engaging in disrespectful behavior are often seeking attention or trying to provoke a reaction. By choosing to ignore him, Les demonstrated his resilience and refused to be dragged into his toxic cycle. This isn't the only time Ashley faced such abuse. This one woman went way out of her line, screaming and verbally abusing Ashley.
Who's over you, ma'am?
Me.
It's somebody that's over you going to give me $500.
No, not talking to me.
This woman came in all generous and sweet, wanting to pawn her apparent iPad in exchange for $500 to bail her man. That's a red flag right there, ma'am. Anyways, when Ashley asked her how she estimated $500 to be the value, she was fumbling and gave a very lame reason.
Because this is a new gig. So I should get
gig?
Yes.
She clearly had no idea what it was. Don't worry, I won't leave you hanging wondering the same. It is an Asus Transformer, not an iPad, and definitely not worth $500. And pawned items are sold at lower rates so that everyone has some profit. Ashley straight up returns it, but the customer gets pissed at this. She gets really loud and asks Ashley to get the manager. Funny, ma'am, she is the manager. She asks her to get someone above her because she needs that $500. To this, Ashley did the most savagely epic things of all times. She looked around with an air of confidence and said, "Me," asserting herself as the undeniable queen of the room. Oh boy, I bet that moment sent shockwaves through everyone's minds. It was a jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring move that showcased her unapologetic dominance. Talk about a mic drop moment. Ashley truly proved that she reigns supreme, leaving everyone in awe of her sheer badassery.
So, I'm gonna ask you to leave.
No! I'm not going down my bed until you run me mine. Run me.
First of all, her voice is bugging my ears so much. The rest of it is just her shouting how Ashley's a bitch and kept cursing her while security shows her the way out.
You don't know me! You don't know me! You do not know me!
You threaten me? You're out. You're not.
For the last time, good lord, someone please ask her to zip it. And I swear, my poor ears were begging for mercy. But you know what? Kudos to Ashley for taking charge and showing her the exit door. She didn't let anyone rain on her parade and swiftly dealt with the situation like a boss. The store probably let out a collective sigh of relief when she was gone. Dude, just picture the chaos that would go down if your wife found out that you're selling her ring for some sick bike parts. Like seriously, can you imagine? You'd better brace yourselves, cause those punches would be heading straight in your direction. No doubt about it. And there's this next customer who's legit stuck in that exact nightmare scenario. I kid you not. The way he's being treated here is absolutely brutal. It's like a horror show unfolding right before your eyes.
Why'd you take my ring?
You won't even believe the level of harshness this poor dude is enduring.
Get it appraised, see how much it might be worth.
Okay.
I also wanted to know how much you guys will give me for it. Like as a pawn, then I pay it.
No way. That's one stunning piece for sure. But hold up, and trust me, she ain't looking too pleased about the whole situation. Talk about an unexpected twist, right? It's like the universe just decided to drop a bombshell right into the middle of this already intense moment. I can only imagine the mix of emotions and tension that must have filled the air at that very instant. Let's hope Ashley can handle this unexpected twist like the boss she is and help ease the tension in the room.
Why'd you take my ring? Get bike parts?
No.
No way, dude. You can practically feel the heat radiating from her furious gaze. And honestly, can you blame her? Imagine finding out that your partner was about to pawn your precious ring without even giving you a heads up. All for some silly bike parts. That's a recipe for disaster right there. The sheer disbelief and anger in her eyes must have been off the charts. It's like a volcano of emotions just waiting to erupt. I can almost hear her thoughts screaming, "How could you even think of doing something like that behind my back?" And let me tell you, that kind of betrayal cuts deep. It's a breach of trust that takes some serious mending. But hey, maybe there's a chance for redemption here. If this dude's got any sense left in him, he better step up and start doing some major damage control. But man, it's gonna be a long and bumpy road to recovery. In the meantime, hang tight, my friend, because this roller coaster ride is far from over.
Boom! Punches him. And I am...
Talk about a major breach of trust and a surefire way to ignite a firestorm of frustration. But let me tell you, the way she unleashed those two punches, it was like a burst of pent-up anger and frustration exploding in the air. You could practically feel the intensity of her emotions in every swing. She wasn't holding anything back, that's for sure. I can only imagine how fed up she must have been. Sometimes emotions can manifest themselves in unexpected ways, and in this case, it was through a powerful punch. The woman asked Ashley to give her the ring back, and she asked for it quite furiously.
Just give him the ring. All right. Thanks.
Okay, hold up. Let's get the facts straight here. What Ashley did wasn't some mean girl behavior, alright? She was just trying to get some clarity, you know? She wanted the dude who brought in the item to speak up, but damn, he was in no position to do that at the moment. We can't really blame Ashley for wanting answers. She was just trying to figure out what the heck was going on. It's all about seeking the truth and making sense of the situation. But God forbid the lady was in no mood to talk. She just wanted to drag her man across the store and beat him up later at home. But hey, who knows? With some good communication and a bit of luck, maybe they can find a way to sort things out and make everyone at least somewhat happy. After all, in situations like these, finding a win-win solution is the ultimate goal. Well, he kinda deserves it. I hope he makes better decisions in the future. But Ashley is not the only one who had to deal with some crazy customers.
Phone work. It's a simple question. Does this
Picture this guy, all dressed up in his baggy clothes, trying to act all smart and cool. Classic, right? So he's claiming that he bought an iPhone from the store like 2 to 3 days ago. But now the camera isn't working and he's seriously ticked off about it. All he wants is a replacement phone. Simple as that. But hold up a sec. Did he bother to bring the receipt? That's the million-dollar question right there. Because you know, without that little piece of paper, it's gonna be a bit tricky to sort things out. I mean, come on, it's like buying a ticket to a concert and then trying to get in without showing it. No can do, my dude. Receipts are like the golden ticket when it comes to returns and replacements. They're proof that you actually bought the item legit and can claim your rights if something goes wrong. Now, assuming he actually did bring the receipt, then it shouldn't be a major issue to get him sorted out. The store can check the purchase details, verify the warranty, and see what can be done about that faulty camera situation. It's all about following the proper procedure and making sure everything is legit.
I ain't got it with me, I ain't bring it.
So you're telling me you knew you had to get the phone exchanged and forgot the receipt? But Rich says they don't even sell iPhones for $200. So obviously my man over here is a scammer. Rich was very clear that he could look into it, but he needs the receipt. And he kept denying. Yet Rich asked him who showed him the phone so that he could double check. He randomly calls up one guy, and obviously the guy denies, saying they had iPhones on sale 2 to 3 weeks back, and the customer claims that he got it 2 to 3 days back. But obviously the man didn't like the fact that he is getting caught, and you wouldn't believe what he said to Rich.
Mohawk, shut the hell up.
My Mohawk doesn't talk.
It clearly does.
Clearly it
Along
doesn't.
with the goatee,
Now,
too.
the goatee does.
Like seriously, this dude went way overboard. First, he rolls up in here with a fake item that was never even sold to him in the first place. What's up with that, right? And then he has the audacity to start talking back to Rich like he's the boss or something. Come on, man. Rich ain't just gonna sit there and let this guy run his mouth without firing back. It's all about standing up for yourself and not taking any BS from anyone. Rich had every right to clap back and put this dude in his place. I mean, it's crazy how some people think they can just waltz in and cause a scene without any consequences. But nah, that's not how it works here.
Okay, did that one work?
Pull the things up over your ears a little because you clearly can't.
No way, dude. Even while Big Joe was escorting him out, this guy had the nerve to keep shouting at Rich, trying to prove his point. Talk about audacity on another level. I mean, seriously, when you're already in a situation where you're being shown the door, you'd think common sense would kick in, and you just leave quietly. But no, not this guy. He just couldn't resist the urge to keep arguing and making a scene. It's like he thought he could still somehow win the argument or get his way by raising his voice. But let's be real here. Shouting isn't gonna magically make your point more valid. It's all about having a civilized conversation and respecting the boundaries. But man, I can only imagine the frustration and annoyance Rich must have felt having to bear all that unnecessary noise.
Send me a picture of the receipt from your phone.
Damn, my man Rich definitely got that one stitch on his head for a long time. That was a pretty savage and badass man. I mean, you have to be like that in this job, or else people would just walk all over you. Alright fam, that's a wrap on the angry moments on Hardcore Pawn Saga. Which of these do you think were the worst? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay cool. Peace out, y'all.
Jack, get the out of here. Yeah, I know you like. Gonna get your hands off. Really? Really?
I'm your mama. You don't talk to me like that. I don't give a don't what you gonna be out in public.
I don't. You know what? I never liked you ass.
I literally.
From the outrageously rude to the downright disrespectful, these are the worst possible customers to have graced the show ever. Let's start off with this customer who ended up like this.
Oh, put your feet in.
No, she by herself. She ain't by herself, my man. No, I call.
I'm sure you're curious about what happened, so let's not waste any time and jump right into it. So this customer walks into the pawn shop looking visibly upset. As usual, Ashley greets him and asks how he's doing. Turns out he's not doing well at all. Here's the reason why.
I'm not doing so good.
No?
My grandma just passed.
I'm
So I was
sorry.
like,
It's really sad to hear about it. Now, he brings along a ring that belonged to his grandmother. He wants to pawn this ring because he plans to retrieve it once he earns enough money. How sweet, right? However, it turns out that the ring is fake, which surprises the customer. Now, this got me thinking. Is he pretending or is he genuinely serious? It's hard to trust people these days, you know? But Ashley comes up with a solution to help him out by pawning his television. Can you guess